The sad reality in the United States is that most people are physically inactive. Only one-third of the population gets the recommended 150 minutes per week of physical activity. Obesity grows more each year, along with diseases such as cardiovascular disease and diabetes, thus making the death of these diseases much higher. There's plenty of intrinsic reasons on why people choose to work out. A few of those reasons are to maintain body composition, lose weight, or even to gain muscle mass. Working out lowers risk of diseases such as cardiovascular disease and diabetes. There's an inverse relationship between age and health. As one gets older, their muscles start to weaken. The ACSM guidelines recommends that all adults should get about 30 minutes of moderate activity on the daily basis, which equals to be 150 minutes per week. Vigorous activity is 20 minutes per day, 3 days a week. For an example, if one spends all physical activity performing vigorous exercises, thus shaving the time in half. The only difference between physical activity in older adults than younger adults are the areas they focus on strengthening. A younger adult may do muscular strength exercises, while an older adult may do these exercises so that they are less reliant on others. Some resources that could help promote physical activity are friends and loved ones, yourself, and Fitbit. Establishing a strong support could motivate you in harder times. Self-reliance, strictly holding yourself accountable, may be hard, but not impossible.
So there are 6 different types of Fitbits: the Zip, the One, the Flex, the Alta, the Charge HR, the Blaze, and the Surge. The most expensive type of Fitbit is the Surge, ranging from $250. The least expensive type of Fitbit is the Zip, ranging from $60. For athletes, I would recommend the Surge because the Surge includes steps, calories, and distance monitoring. There's a clock, sleep tracking, auto sleep detection, silent wake alarm, floors climbed, active minutes, multi-sport, continuous heart rate, caller ID, text messages, calendar notifications, music control, connected GPS, and onboard GPS. The Zip is the most basic level, only including the steps, calories, distance. It has a clock and it also has active minutes. For the Zip, I would recommend that for myself because I will just be starting out to use the Fitbit. I'm not very active and it's just basically low-key, moderate for my type of exercising and my daily routine. But for the Surge, I would recommend that to an athlete, for example, like Usain Bolt, who is used to monitoring his steps. He needs a clock to track how often he works out, how much sleep he's getting. There's music, there's a GPS because he's always on the move, caller ID, multi-sport. So meaning when you say multi-sport, you can use it for swimming because the Fitbit is waterproof. So you can use it for swimming, you can use it for running, football, soccer, etc. Another difference that both Fitbits, the Charge HR has, is that it monitors your heart rate. So if you wanted a Fitbit that only monitored your heart rate, you have to buy the Charge HR. There's a Charge HR and then there's a Charge. The Charge normally does not monitor the heart rate, so like I said earlier, you'd have to buy the Charge HR.
Fitbits are simple to use and easy to wear. Depending on personal preference, Fitbits can be worn on your wrist while others can be clipped to your belt or pants. The many forms of the Fitbit also make it easier for you to personalize this wearable activity tracker based off your own needs to make it the most beneficial experience for you. If you're worried about your physical health, the Fitbit is a perfect device for you to invest in. Utilizing your Fitbit allows you to track your physical activity rates while encouraging you to set fitness goals for yourself. As people get older, it is vital to avoid a sedentary lifestyle. People claim to have become more active simply from wearing this device because it reminds them of their fitness goals. When deciding which fitness tracker to purchase, it can get complicated because there are so many options. Yet the Fitbit has proven to be one of the most effective wearable activity trackers in the market. While other devices such as the Apple Watch are also known to be effective, those devices can become complicated to use as they have multi-purposes. The Fitbit keeps it plain and simple while allowing you to select the model that fits your personal needs best. One of the most popular Fitbit models is known as the Charge HR model. This Fitbit model can track heart rate and sleeping patterns, which both are vital to be aware of while getting older. Tracking your heart rate allows you to be more aware of your cardiovascular health concerns, while tracking sleeping patterns allows you to improve sleeping habits to impact your mental health in a positive way.
Setting up your Fitbit. Part 1. First, we're going to Fitbit.com. Next, in the top right-hand corner, press Set Up. Scroll down at the bottom to make a free account. Once there, we're going to enter your pre-existing email and a new password. Be sure to write this information down. Next, we're going to fill out general information, such as your first name, your last name, your gender, your month, day, and year, and we're going to put in your height and weight. This information is very important for later on. Part 2, connecting to the app. On your cell phone, go to the App Store. In the search bar down the bottom, type Fitbit. Download the app. Once there, type your account information that we made and wrote down earlier in Part 1. Select Add Device. Choose the Fitbit model that matches the one that you purchased. Now that you've selected your Fitbit model, we're going to move on. But before we do anything, don't forget to accept the terms and agreements and swipe up and turn your Bluetooth on. We will be using Fitbit Flex 2. Power up. Put the tracker in the charger to power it up. The light should show when it is charging. Insert tracker. Choose the right size wristband and slide the tracker in. Put your Flex 2 on. Make sure the clasp and the band are lined up and squeeze them between your thumb and your fourth finger until you hear the click. Now we wait to find our Fitbit. Now that we've found our Fitbit, we're going to move on to Part 3. Features and fitness goals. Fitbit Basics. When you wear your Fitbit every day, it tracks your steps. Your goal is automatically set to 10,000 steps every day. Something else to note is your daily progress. When you tap your Fitbit at the top, it should light up. Each dot represents a quarter of its daily steps. Stay connected. You can show incoming calls right on your wrist. Sleeping and alarms automatically track your sleep just by wearing your Fitbit. Some of the notifications receive calls, alarms, reminders to move, and text notifications. Each setting has their own color. Exercise tracking. Your tracker automatically recognizes common exercises. Customize your band, colors, designs, anything you want, just for you. Make your Fitbit your own. Wear and care tips. Clean your wrist and your band with soap-free cleanser. And just like that, you're all set. Now, let's set up our goal. Scroll down to Nutrition and Body. Once there, we will see how much we should be eating and drinking based upon earlier when we put in our height and weight. But let's make a goal. Fitbit can help you lose, gain, or maintain weight. But right now, let's try to lose weight. Now we're gonna put in the weight that we want to achieve. If you know your body fat percentage, you can also put that in here. And just like that, your Fitbit will automatically readjust how much water you should be drinking and how many calories you should be taking in every day. You can change this goal at any time. And just like that, you're ready to go. Your goal is set up, your Fitbit's set up.
Exercises that the Fitbit measure. If you did not want to only calculate the amount of steps you've taken or the distance you walk, the Fitbit also measures your outdoor biking distance, your elliptical distance, the sports you play, your aerobic workout, whether it's outside or on the elliptical, and your weight training, such as if you want to do any lateral pull downs or bicep curls. What's really interesting that the Fitbit does is that it measures your fat burn during your exercise, the cardio, and your peak performance exercises. So, while you're working out, it will tell you the amount of minutes that you contributed to the exercise and the average beats per minute that your heart was elevated to.
Healthy eating begins with you. The true definition of healthy eating varies with age due to your body undergoing several changes as you grow older, such as one's metabolism slowing down. As you grow older, your body also needs more of certain nutrients, which is why it is important to carefully take into consideration the foods you are putting into your body day by day. Malnutrition is seen in various degrees in the elderly, along with certain vitamin deficiencies. To prevent chronic health issues, you should be receiving most of your calories from nutrient-dense foods. These foods can include vegetables and fruit, beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, whole grains, low-fat dairy, and lean protein. Overall health benefits from following this diet plan reduces risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, bone loss, cancer, and anemia. Reduces high blood pressure and helps you lower cholesterol, and it even promotes energy and you'll feel great. Most importantly, it will provide you with the nutrients such as minerals and vitamins which are needed to keep your muscles, bones, and organs healthy.
Fitbit provides is that it's also a sleep tracker. One other cool benefit that the Fitbit measures are REM sleep cycle. There are two known types of sleep cycles known as non-rapid eye movement, also known as non-REM, rapid eye movement, known as REM sleep. During REM sleep, which the Fitbit measures, it's the most active stage of sleep when dreaming often occurs. During REM sleep, the eyes move back and forth beneath the eyelids and muscles become immobile. We cycle through non-REM and REM stages of sleep approximately every 90 minutes. For seniors in particular, it is very important that they keep track of their sleeping cycle. This is due to a lack of sleep causing depression, memory problems, excessive daytime sleepiness, and higher use of prescription drugs. Benefits of getting sleep, on the other hand, can reduce your risk of falls, repair damaged cells and tissue, and retain cognitive ability. When looking through your app in the sleep tracker section, it will show you your most deep times of sleep and your most active awake times of sleep. One fun fact to know also is that in the blue zone in Icara, Greece, that the Icarians take mid-afternoon naps. People who nap regularly have up to 35% lower chances of dying from heart disease. It may be because napping lowers stress hormones or rests the heart rate. One exercise that is very important for seniors is walking. Walking can contribute to many important factors, such as decreasing sedentary lifestyle. If you have an increased sedentary lifestyle, it can lead to muscle loss and loss in aerobic capacity. One thing that is important with walking is it's good for your brain. In a recent study at Scripps College in Claymore, California, research compared 62 exercisers ages 55 to 91. With an equal number of people in the same age bracket who didn't exercise to determine the possible effects regular activity might have on cognitive skills. Both groups were given 1 hour series of tests assessing memory, reaction time, and reasoning. The results? The exercisers performed significantly better in all reaction time tests, all reasoning tests, and in 2 of the 3 memory tests. Walking can also lead to a good source of vitamin D. If you walk outside, the vitamin D from the sun rays will help benefit healthy bone and teeth, and it also suggests to help with diseases such as cancer, type 1 diabetes, and multiple sclerosis. Walking can also lead to weight control. Weight control will be very important for seniors because they are developing their visceral fat. The visceral fat will be surrounding important organs. It can also decrease your risk for heart disease and decrease in developing high blood pressure. There are also so many other health benefits such as decrease in developing colon cancer, decrease in hypertension, and decrease in dying prematurely.
My name is Noel Turner and I am 77-year-old. My wife and I live at Marist Grove in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. After moving to Marist Grove, I found that keeping myself motivated to get off the couch and get up and move was a lot harder than it used to be when I was younger. This changed after I got my Fitbit HR. I use my Fitbit every day. I go to the gym every morning, sometimes with my wife, and we work out together. And we always wear our Fitbits. My Fitbit tracks my heart rate along with other things. I can check my heart rate at any time I want. That way I can make sure I don't overdo it during my exercise. Now that I'm retired and moving less, wearing my Fitbit helps to remind me that I need to keep moving every hour throughout the day. That way I can reach my goal of 10,000 steps. Not only does Fitbit track my steps, but the app also helps to keep track of how much water I drink, how many calories I eat, and it also helps to monitor my sleep at night and throughout the day. It's great, it does it all. I love my Fitbit.